everyone. Welcome to the Self-Awareness Journey podcast. I'm Melissa Albers.
And I'm JJ Parker. This podcast is for seekers, seekers of happiness and joy, seekers of a centered approach to success in life, seekers of their true, authentic selves.
Get ready for some real talk on everything from anxiety, emotions, and habits to love, compassion, and forgiveness. We know you'll be challenged and enlightened by this conversation. We're so glad you're here. Let's dive in.
This is our third Thanksgiving together on the pod, Melissa.
I am shocked.
Right?
I'm
Which means we've
shocked.
done 130 some episodes of the Self-Awareness Journey podcast.
And we're
Which is
gaining
amazing.
followers. Like people aren't
Yes.
banning us off the internet. Like people haven't yet written a letter to Elon Musk. Now that you own Twitter, please do something to get rid of this weird podcast.
So it's fun. It's fun looking back on a couple of the episodes we did, right? Because we did one, which I love the title of,
Yeah.
called Turkey with a Side of Anxiety.
Yeah. Do you know what I remember about that?
What?
I remember when that was like kind of in the beginning, right? We started, I think, in you said in the summer months.
May, June.
Yeah, so we weren't even 6 months into the podcast when we came up on that first Thanksgiving. And I remember we always had huge, like the podcast was really easy to record. And probably the hardest part every single dang week was trying to figure out the title.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's just like, we don't even, it's like whatever.
Oh, now just popping off titles left and right.
Yeah, we're just, Yes, but Turkey with
and
the
then we
Side of
did
Anxiety.
one. Yep. And then we did one. Oh, now I forget the name of it.
Well, it was something about
that. And getting ready for the holidays or something.
preparing for the holidays or, something like that.
Yep. So, but now we're like, hey, we should do another Thanksgiving episode because it's Thanksgiving. And you were like, heck no.
I hate Thanksgiving.
You had a huge, strong, negative reaction. And I loved it. And you're like, we're not going to do one on Thanksgiving.
So then you said, I'm
And
going to
I'm like,
make you do one on
I'm gonna make
Thanksgiving.
you
And
do
then
it.
I saw
I was
the
like-
red button and we're recording, you pill.
It's like, oh, if there's something that's making you uncomfortable and you don't want to do it, we're definitely going to record that for all the public to listen to because it's going to be great.
You're just still mad at me that I pushed you having a big social event yesterday.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I'm going to get her back.
Melissa's trying to make me like host a party. I'm like, I don't want to do that. I'm getting you back. Well, joking aside,
Yes. I hate
Thanksgiving,
Thanksgiving. I'm not
not your
joking about it. I
favorite.
flippin' hate Thanksgiving, and it's getting worse as I get older.
why don't you like Thanksgiving?
Well, there's
You-
two reasons.
You don't like the fall colors and the pumpkin spice?
It's all
I
done
mean,
by then. The fall colors are all done by then. We're
Oh, I
settling
see.
into everything around us is dead. Dry. Everything's gray. It's like-
Halloween isn't the holiday of death for you. It's Thanksgiving.
I don't like Halloween either, but that's a totally different conversation. Thanksgiving for me is, first of all, the tactical expression of Thanksgiving. Oh my God, it's so messy. It's just so much work to make so much food. It's like, let's have a whole entire holiday in the kitchen.
Yeah, let's the holiday's dedicated to making everything we own dirty. Every dish we have is dirty. We gotta clean it up.
And then you usually are a little more dressed up, or maybe this is just my old
Oh, yeah.
family dynamic. You're a little more dressed up.
No,
and
it's true.
You're trying to lift a turkey the size of a Volkswagen. Again, that's one of my family's things. In and out of the oven when you're wearing nice clothes. And you're using those floppy tinfoil boxes because you don't own a pan big enough to
Right.
put in a Volkswagen.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Even double bagging doesn't actually help. That's one reason. I am not somebody who, and maybe this makes me sound simple. I do not enjoy sitting around a meal for hours, like for socializing. To me, that is the most painful way for me to spend 2 hours.
Yeah, coming from our resident extrovert, I like it.
Oh, but just let's sit around in an uncomfortable chair and eat and drink and eat and drink and eat and drink until you're uncomfortable.
Yeah, actually, that's the part of Thanksgiving I don't like
Oh,
is sort of
really?
like the unnecessary gluttony of the entire thing. It's like, let's eat until we can't eat anymore, and then
Yeah.
let's try to have dessert.
Yes.
I'm like,
Yes.
this does not make me feel good.
Now, I usually hide my deep distress at like Thanksgiving. I usually hide it because I'm an extrovert and I am an optimist and I like to make the most of things, which I really truly do. And I love seeing the people I love. I like that part. But what about all the people that I don't love? Right? What about all these little... Oh, yeah. This year, let's invite Aunt Gladys. The one that smells like
all about surrounding
mothballs.
myself with people I dislike.
It's like, and your house is the biggest. Let's have everything at your house.
Yeah.
Aunt Gladys is going to come and tell you how you're doing everything wrong, and she smells like mothballs.
And how there was one little speck of dust over here on.
And P.S. probably no one ever notices that.
shelf.
This is just me and my high level of extroversion. It's like, oh, everything has to be perfect. If people are going to be here, I feel this level of perfection. I don't know.
Yes.
It just is a lot of work.
I hear you.
Yeah.
And it's all holidays are like that, right? And what happens is what I heard you say is when you have to go in and you have to do these sort of like things you feel like you do out of obligation or routine or family,
family
whatever.
expectation. Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you feel like you're not yourself. You have to put on a show.
Yeah.
Like you're putting on a show for people you don't particularly want to do that for.
Right. And maybe you don't
for reasons of expectations. Right.
And maybe you don't really dislike them. You just really don't have any closeness to them. And like here, let's gather around doing something that you really don't like so that you can spend time with people that are uncomfortable for you to be in this false narrative of we're a family or we're a tight-knit group.
Well, that sounds like a whole episode in and of itself.
Oh, I'm sure there's so many people listening going, Melissa, come on. There's so many fun things about some people. Actually, a lot of people love Thanksgiving, which makes me feel even worse about the fact that I hate Thanksgiving.
I just see like you're like the Thanksgiving Grinch, like running around and smashing people's cornucopias.
Okay, those are dumb too. I tried to put one of those in the middle of a table once. I could not get it to stand upright, so like the pointy part would be at the top. It kept tipping over. I was like, how do people, it's like, you know what it is? It's like, to me, if you have hospitality in your genes, it is a beautiful holiday because you take your natural gift of hospitality, making everyone feel welcome and warm, and you just get to express it a million different ways, including matching throwaway napkins in the bathroom. Okay?
Right. Yep.
Then you have people like me. I'm a get her done kind of gal. Like I am all about, okay, if you say we need a 10-pound bird, I'm buying a 20-pound bird because I don't want anybody to be hungry. Like I am like the get in and get it done, but I don't have that gene of making everything seem effortlessly inviting. Like I want people to love being at my house, but I am not good about like, oh, let me make you feel. At least I don't think I am.
You're not like floating around your house
with wings.
Like,
no.
Yeah. Right.
No. And then eating.
You're clunking around throwing turkeys in and out of the oven.
I think there's a lot of pressure. So, I mean, I'm being a little dramatic. Maybe
honestly, I don't think you are. I think you are actually just expressing your true feelings. Finally. Finally, 130 episodes, and you're finally giving it to us straight.
I don't want to be that guy or gal. Okay, but here's how I do consider Thanksgiving, and this is true. I love Christmas. I love Christmas. I love Christmas so much that to me, Thanksgiving is the gateway to Christmas. So
Got it.
the way I get through Thanksgiving is the minute Thanksgiving dinner is all put away and the lights get dark in the kitchen finally, out comes the Christmas music. And
Oh,
everyone in my
yeah.
family goes, oh,
So the only reason you actually would like Thanksgiving at all,
yes,
it's like the starting point for Christmas
that's
for
exactly what it is. It's the
So you have to
gateway to Christmas.
it's like you have to get through your obligation
Yes,
of Thanksgiving
yes,
so that you can do the thing you really like.
yes, yes, yes.
That's funny. You should just skip Thanksgiving.
Well, I think a lot of people do. Okay, how many times have you heard the phrase Friendsgiving? Have you heard of that?
Plenty, because
Yeah.
we do that all the time.
Uh-huh.
Like we actually that's been a thing we do.
Yes. It's becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. It's crazy. People are just starting to own the fact that they may have challenges with their own families in certain spots. Not all of your
Mhm.
family, but the ones that you end up getting thrown together with for Thanksgiving. People are like, screw it. I'd rather be with my best friend. I'd rather be with
Yeah.
these 8 people that I don't even know because there's absolutely no stress.
Mhm.
And it'll be really fun. And all I have to do is bring pretzel jello or whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, years ago we started doing that because none of our immediate family were really around,
Mm.
and we had friends whose whose families weren't around. So we're like, hey, maybe we should all just get together for this holiday. And we started doing it, and it was so much fun.
Really? See,
Yeah.
I need
So
to
we've been
change
doing
my
that for
attitude.
years.
I think this pod is dropping like 2 days before Thanksgiving. I really do feel like I
So
need
so you have limited time.
I have like 48 hours to get my head screwed on straight. No, I think at the ripe old age of 55, I think the other thing that kind of bothers me about it is that there is and I never like this, there is a push to behave outside of your normal character
Yeah.
and adjust how you act and what you say um based on who you're around starting now, throughout the
Yeah.
holidays.
Right. Yeah. I mean, to me, the Self-Awareness Journey podcast is so far 131 different ways to realize that you're acting like someone else and knock it off and just do the thing you want to do.
And knock it off.
And the holidays are such a beautiful
Oh,
illustration about how we do things that other people expect that aren't
yes.
aligning to like
Yeah.
what we want to do naturally.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like we should all run around and be super selfish.
No.
It's just that
But
we need to be like more in touch with like how we're feeling about things and
mhm,
shy away from the things that
that
get
don't
us
feel
out
good.
of that centered state
Yeah.
and stay in our more centered state more often.
Yeah.
And holidays, boy, that's like one of those. Remember those that toy that was like a clown that was weighted at the bottom and you punch it and it would like
Yes.
knock off center and then like
Yes.
whoop back up.
I
and
wanted
so
one of
wobble
those
wobble. What was
so
that thing
bad.
called?
I don't remember.
Why would they make a toy that's a clown that you punch? What a weird toy.
It was in the 70s.
You remember that thing? Noel?
Totally.
Yeah.
And then Weebles came out. The
Oh,
toys that
yeah.
were the exact same way, the little egg shape where they
Yeah.
Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, but
So we're all Weeble Wobbles
we are all
for
Weebles.
the
What
the
a
holiday
weird-
season. Now, like, get ready.
Oh man, everybody's gonna be searching eBay now. Oh my gosh, I remember those.
A Weeble Wobble.
I feel like that was called like a bozo or something. That clown had a name. It was really weird.
It was creepy.
I think that was their.
I remember being scared to go in my basement because that thing was in there, like down there in my toy room when I was like 4.
You had one?
Yes.
You know why?
Why?
I
I
bet.
had one. I don't know.
I bet Mrs. Parker was onto something. I bet Mrs. Parker said,
Oh, she's
"Oh,
like listening.
I know, I know. Hi, Mrs. Parker. I haven't said hello in a long time. I hope you're doing well." I bet she said, "My 2 boys are going to kill each other. Therefore,
Oh, yeah.
I'm going
So
to
let's give
buy
'em something
2
to
of
punch."
these so they butt punch those
Yeah.
instead of each other."
Yeah.
Side note. Oh, I don't know.
So we can all work on really again, third time in a row, thinking about coming into the holiday season and figuring out and just sitting and thinking, what's going to make us feel more centered, right? Like what's going to keep us
Yeah.
from being on such a weeble wobble
Yeah.
for the next 2 months.
And it doesn't include a bottle of tequila. Well, I mean, it could include that, but let's not have it include that. You know what? I actually do have another idea. You know what? I
Okay.
just had this realization as I was ranting, because I don't normally, I'm not a ranter at all. Like, I have a really hard time then.
That's why I love it. That's why I thought
don't
it was
like
so funny.
to rant at all. I shy away from people that rant all the time. Okay, here's what I was just thinking. I got this little light bulb that popped in my head as I was coming down from my rant.
Okay.
And this is my light bulb. I wonder if all of my severely strong reactions are because I have extremely strong expectations that things can't change or won't change.
Actually, yeah, maybe. And
Yeah.
also, as you were describing what you thought Thanksgiving should be,
Yeah. Yeah. Weird,
and
right?
you obviously not delivering that, like you have some weird.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just call
It
you
is weird.
You have a grand expectation
say
of
weird.
the execution of this holiday,
I know you love me.
and then
It's
what you
okay.
actually want to do is like not that.
No.
And you even said it when you were ranting about
I know.
that misaligned expectation.
Yeah, because and it's coming within me, right? It's like when I was a
Yeah.
kid. Now, here's the other thing. I am very empathetic. I pick up everyone's emotions around me.
Mm.
And as a kid, I had absolutely no barricade because I didn't know I was doing that. But I was just soaking everybody else's tension, anxiety, and stress up and running around trying to make everything feel better. Because when you're really when you're a high empath, that's what you do. You pick everything up and you think, oh God, it's my job to make this okay. It's my job to make this okay. So from a very young age, I would constantly try to make every situation be perfect. Let's have everything be clean. Do the dishes before anybody notices. Don't make a ruckus. Like, oh, don't bring up this topic because it will make your mom mad. Don't do these things because they're unfavorable. And I think as I have developed, I know those things are now just because I was very empathic and didn't realize it. And now I know. And you know what? I have a huge option right here where I can make a different choice. I can make a different choice. Like, I can choose, you know what? I don't have to be dressed up for Thanksgiving. I could be in funny sweats. I have a turkey hat. It's a whole turkey, like a full turkey hat where the drumsticks like come off the back like a Vikings helmet, you know?
Uh-huh.
I know.
Who's not into Thanksgiving? I mean, you have a hat. Give me a break.
But you know what? I have this huge opportunity right now where I can say, just because things felt that way before doesn't mean, even with the exact same location, the exact same dishes, the exact same people, the exact same timelines, even with all of those things being the same, that they have to feel the same in any way, shape, or form. They don't. That's like my choice.
Yeah, I mean, you're just you're talking about reframing, right? Like reframing what you want to do for that holiday.
Yeah, and it's always easy to give that advice to other people, but even in us talking about this stuff all the time, it's super hard to see it in yourself. You know? I mean, it is. It's just super hard to recognize it. So I feel kind of lucky that all of a sudden that light bulb went off over me. I don't hate Thanksgiving.
I'm glad.
I love Thanksgiving. Now I'm the Thanksgiving. I'm the Thanksgiving Grinch
We've
again.
had a holiday miracle, everybody, right here on the podcast
and
live.
Her heart
it's amazing.
grew 2 sizes that day.
You're not the Thanksgiving Grinch anymore.
Well, let's not go that far over our skis, but let's say I'm optimistically not going to be. I'm not going to be. I have 48 hours. I feel like I had a huge awareness and shifts can happen in a moment.
Oh my God, that's so funny. We're gonna have to check back in and see what what actually happened.
What actually happens. Exactly. Oh my gosh. Well, everybody does have an opportunity. You know, we are with people that we love. And I think sometimes we give a lot of people our grace. We give a lot of people around us grace all the time. And sometimes we head into the holiday season and we just grit our teeth and hunker down and just feel like we have to give.
Yep.
And by the time New Year's Day arrives, this is why people lay on the couch and watch TV all day, because they're absolutely exhausted from all of the expectations, all of the socializing and everything else. And maybe it's just letting loose on your own sense of how you fit into this equation,
Yep.
you know?
Yeah, I agree. And like, turn it into an opportunity to do things different. Like the Friendsgiving,
Yeah.
Friendsgiving thing is great. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like the established norm.
Yeah.
Maybe it's going to become the norm, but just even saying like, hey, this year we're not having a giant turkey.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
We're actually just going to go have, like
Ham.
something way easier, right? Something that doesn't require me to get up at 5 a.m. and baste it every 35 minutes.
Exactly. But you know what else? You can also make those kind of different decisions without changing anything else. Even if, let's say your parents, let's say your mom drives you nuts. I'm using this a little too close to home. Maybe I should
am
change
biting
the
my tongue right
example.
now
Maybe I should
because
change the example. Okay, well, let's just go with it.
I'm already getting a call from that clown thing
Hi.
from my mom.
Oh, Mrs. Parker. Yeah, she's going to call you with the exact name, and she's going to tell you how much it costs and where she bought it. And I bet she got it at Sears, because remember they had that huge toy catalog? Oh my God, I love that toy catalog so much. All right, sorry.
Okay,
What I was going to
focus.
say is this, though, but this is for realsies. Even if you do the exact same thing with your Thanksgiving as you always have, what if you chose to not react to a situation that you're waiting to happen and it happens exactly like you thought it was? What if you just choose to not respond in the same way that you always have?
Mm-hmm.
What if you just go, oh, yeah, there it is, and move on?
Again, way easier said than done.
Yeah, but if you have an intention, it's much easier to work on that.
Mhm.
Your intention means everything to you. Yeah.
Yeah, so like thinking about that before
Yeah.
actual Thanksgiving
Precisely right. Setting
dinner,
yourself
say,
up
hey,
for
here's
success.
how this is what we're going to do during dinner.
Yeah.
I'm just going to let this stuff roll off.
Right. And I'm going to throw away all my cornucopias into our yard. Uh-huh. I am going to still buy the monster turkey, but I'm going to try to be more chill. Stay tuned. We'll see how it goes.
Stay tuned.
My kids
Good
will be
luck.
on the pod next week. Nope, she did not. Nope, total fail.
Oh, I like that. I should host
Hell
your two
no.
kids, and we won't let you on. I'm going to do a secret podcast with the two of them growing up with with my mom, with Melissa.
Well, everybody, I hope you have a better Thanksgiving experience than I have told you about my past experiences. Don't rant. No need. Well, maybe you can. It actually felt a little good, to be fair.
I agree. I felt it got something, the weight off your shoulders. Did you enjoy this episode? Please go to your favorite podcast platform to subscribe, rate, and leave a review so others can discover it as well.
Growing self-awareness is a lifelong journey, and there's always further to go. And it's better when we're all in it together. Please think of someone you know who could benefit from hearing today's conversation and share this episode with them. We can't thank you enough for listening. Until next time, happy exploring, seekers.